Hi, this is Ernie Green, and I am here with a special guest, Paapa Berchie, who is doing a concert on November 22nd at the studio at 7:30 p.m. And it is a concert of his music. So this is really something very special for us. It's very unique. So Papa, welcome to Live Arts Land.
Man, how are you doing today? It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's good to see you.
me.
Um, So listen, so we were talking before we started rolling with this, and one of the things I said is when did you start singing? So tell me a little bit about your journey.
Course. So you asked my mom and my grandma, they can remember me singing by as early as 18 months. Me
Hmm.
personally, I remember started singing at the age of 4.
Right.
Well, my mom made sure to have us heavily involved in choirs growing up as a kid. So I was involved in the local church choir. Um, from the moment I was like 5, 6 years old in the youth choir. Then when we went to elementary and middle school, I was also involved in the choir as well, along as with the school band, where I learned how to play the alto saxophone.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I
Yes,
remember
yes,
that.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. And
yeah.
so after I would say going in eighth grade, going into ninth grade year, I was blessed enough to get a vocal scholarship. I graduated from school the Incarnation. That's where I really had my humble beginnings with music as far as singing and also instrumentals as well. I was blessed to get a vocal scholarship to go to Archbishop Spalding High School,
Right.
where at Archbishop Spalding High School, as far as when it came to vocally my prowess, it started to take off, being involved in multiple different choruses, and then also having the pleasure to make my soloist debut my sophomore year of high school and win a soloist award at a national festival, also along with my junior year of high school at the World Heritage Music Festival, which also led to multiple opportunities in me being able to perform at Carnegie Hall my junior year as well. I had the pleasure of going twice my junior year. One with All Children's Choir of Annapolis and another
Right.
through Archbishop Spalding.
Right.
And so all the involvement I had chorally in high school, and then also I did not forget I still also was in the jazz band in high school. It
Right.
led me to getting a vocal scholarship at UNC Chapel Hill,
Okay.
where I majored in vocal performance and also exercise and sports science.
That's great. Yeah, I'd forgotten you had done. I'd forgotten you had done All Children's Chorus of Annapolis. We've been doing some partnerships with them lately,
Yeah.
so hopefully we'll see if we can get a bunch of those kids to and their families to check it out on the
Mhm.
22nd. So what really strikes me about this, and we've been talking about this on the live arts end of things for a while. I mean, you have these wonderful originals that you created and you put together, um, and
Thank
how would you describe? Try to give me like just I know this is all I always hate these kind of questions, but I'm going to do it anyway. How would you describe? Give me one sentence. Let me see. You've got one sentence. Tell me what your music is about.
My music is about connecting souls with one another. I'm all
Yeah.
about connecting to souls at the end of the day and making people relate to an experience that, I also went through in my own personal life.
You talk about one of the things I love about what I know about you and your background is that so much of your time you've spent in choruses. You've been doing choruses and singing in choruses. I was just talking with a couple friends who are, a couple of them are now pretty active Broadway artists. They have been in one Broadway show after another over many years, and the common thread, I will tell you, is they grew up singing in their choirs at church, in their choirs at
Mm.
school, and that's such an important dynamic. So we're going to do when we do this concert on the 22nd. What one of the things that I think is really cool about it is these are your songs. These are your original compositions. So we're not hearing Papa interpreting somebody else. This is we get to we really and I feel like listening to some of the songs, and I'm going to encourage some of our audience to go check this out online. But when you listen to these songs, they are, you kind of get pulled in. They have a great
Yeah.
beat, great hook,
Thank
and they've got a really a deep, deep groove, and I love that. And they've also got a very these songs have a good message. You
you.
know, they're not songs that you walk away from, I think, feeling like, oh my God, what did I just hear? They're songs that is, and I think your idea of connecting souls is really pretty cool.
I
Really,
appreciate you for the commentary. Thank you so much
yeah,
for being
yeah.
able to see them. It means a lot.
Yeah. So well, we're gonna have some fun. So here's what we're gonna do. So on the 22nd, I'm gonna ask all of our people to go to liveartsmd.org. And then when you get there, click on the little drop down where it says studio and go down and find Paapa Berchie live experience. And you can get tickets. We've got plenty of seats left, and we're doing some things a little differently in the studio this year, and it's really making the whole thing at the studio really a lot of fun. And for those of you who haven't been yet this season, we've really made some changes in terms of the way the lighting works and the sound works, and we're adding to it as we go. Each season we add to it a little bit more. And so I think this is going to be fun. So anyway, anything you want to say before we go?
First off, appreciate you all for tuning in to my music. Be sure to come out November 22nd at 7:30 p.m. We're gonna dance, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna have a great time. Be ready to sing, be ready to interact with our actors and also with our singers and dancers as well. Be ready to have a good time, clap, shake, and just, experience a vibe. Once again, with this concert, we're here to connect with one another and we're all about connecting souls. And so I'm looking forward to having a fantastic time. And please be sure to check out my music on all streaming platforms. My name on all music platforms is Paapa Berchie, Paapa hyphen Berchie. Be
Perfect.
sure to look up for more updates on my Instagram and all social medias, which is at Paapa Berchie.
It's going to be a fun night, and it's going to be a night unlike anything we've really done at the studio. So come check it out. All right. All right, so November 22nd, 7:30, go to liveartsmd.org to get your tickets. You can find the link on the studio page. And in the meantime, we'll see you, Paapa. Thank you so much for coming out and doing this interview.
Thank you
And
so much.
we will see you soon. We'll see you on the 22nd.